it, yesterday we got it laid down, and now we're going to tuck it in, or we've been tucking in quite a bit so far. You want to just explain how you do it and what do you do?
Yes, basically you can see the consistency of the cement. You want it a little bit on the stiff side so it does not smear the stone so much. Then you want to take your tuck pointer and force the cement into the joint, making sure that you get all the way down and fill your joint.
So you got to use some elbow grease, get in there really well.
To get it down. Then, as you can see, we take this with us. The last thing I do is I run the trowel over the joint and make sure it is flush with the stone. Then I'll drag this with me and we go on to the next joint. As you can see, it's not that hard. You just have to get it down into the joints itself. Now you have a pretty good idea how to fill the joints. Now we'll show you the process after we fill. You can see it leaves some of the cement behind. Then we usually end up taking a brush or broom and we'll sweep this off.
You just sweep it off.
So we sweep this. This is dried stuff. Don't use that because it will not set up in your joints. As you can see, we have that fairly clean now.
If they have a bigger pad or something else, they can just sweep it into a dustpan or and then
pick
throw
it
it away
up with a shovel.
Or shovel and throw it away.
Now, then after we have done that, Garrett here,
our grandson here,
sponging.
or your grandson,
Garrett,
my nephew.
Show how you do it.
Garrett, you like sponging, don't you?
Yeah.
And he's good at it. So he keeps it all flush now. Make sure that you get all the excess cement off
and going in a circular motion, that cleans it off pretty well first, and then you come back and you polish it a couple times.
Yes, and make sure you change your water quite often, otherwise you'll have more of a gray film after you're done.
That water you can put it under bushes or
yes,
because it's not harmful or anything. It's just a lot of sand.
It's not. It's sand and some dust there. But you can see how he approaches it, and now you kind of see the finished product. Then if you turn around, David, and look up here, this is now the finished product.
Okay, you can see that the joints are nice and polished and that it's all...
Yeah, on top here we have inside and outside joints. You see that against the marble? You see that there, and this here kind of ends up. Now tomorrow we're going to take a little cleaning material, but since I'm afraid of hurting the cement,
because that stuff can be strong, there's a little bit of acid in it.
You do not want to burn your cement, so what I'll do is I'll put that in a 5-gallon bucket and then use a sponge and just sponge it lightly,
lightly.
Take water and rinse it off. You do not want to get a lot of that 600 detergent on the cement. It'll burn and you'll ruin your cement job.
Okay.
So
I don't think
that
looks
is basically
it. That's basically, we got it tucked in, sponged, and then cleaning. But in terms of doing it and stuff, this pretty well gives them a good start on how to do it, right?
That is for sure.
Job that we did with brick. You want to just explain quickly how this works?
Well, basically, if you don't want all this concrete showing, and you want to break up the big expanse of the concrete, you can see what you can do with bricks, how we borderline the driveway and then went across to break up the concrete in that fashion. And I think it makes a fairly attractive setup that you might consider if you like to go this route and you don't like that much concrete.
So this is an option instead of Flagstone, which we showed in the first scene, or we showed earlier in the video. You could just do this with the brick instead if they'd rather, right?
That is right.